Let's pretend that this isn't advice. And I'm Erin, and I'm not giving you advice. It's not advice. I can't help myself give advice. I don't mean to. I don't want to. I want you to be able to live your life, but I know how to do it. I'm a huge know-it-all, and this is where I practice not giving advice to people, except I totally give advice to them. I'm a lawyer turned professional certified coach, and I just happen to give the best advice. But this is a podcast, not a coaching session, so I obviously don't do that here, except I do. This is not advice with Erin Conlon, your know-it-all lawyer coach friend. This is not advice. Hey friends, it's another mini episode of This Is Not Advice. So it's just me talking to you. I hope everyone's really well as I record this. The eastern half of the United States is in a massive heat wave, and I just turned the air conditioning off in my house so that it would be quieter because, of course, as soon as I went to record this, all of the fans kicked in. But what I want to talk about today is one of my clients said this brilliant thing. She said, my next level depends on how I complete this level now. And I thought, oh man, that is amazing. I'm not a video game player, but it reminded me of when I was a kid and I used to play Mario Brothers. I really don't remember if when you played Super Mario Brothers, if you ended the level small, if you then went into the next level small. I can't remember. But I think what we were talking about was a lot of times we get frustrated with where we are and we start fantasizing about where we want to be next, what our next phase is going to be, or what we'll do in retirement, or what our next career is. That at least that was me for a really long time. When I was an attorney, I just kept thinking, what's my next step? And it took me a long time to realize that my next step actually would be well served by being very good at this one. And I think in this little gem of wisdom is this longer and larger idea of how are we living our lives? Because from a grand view, we do want to have long plans. We do want to have big goals. We do want to make super cool things. And at the same time, we want to stay present now. And that's a hard duality to live with sometimes. Sometimes it's really hard to plan for the future, create the big thing, and also be here now. But the truth is, all we have is now. And so on the one hand, a nihilist might say, well, what's the point of planning? What's the point of working towards a goal or the future? And on the other hand, somebody else might say, well, if you don't actually work towards the future, you might not have anything in the future. All of those things are kind of true, and also they're not. And I have a feeling that for those of us that believe in the multiverse, that for those of us that have a willingness to understand that there are many different ways that things could go at any given point in time and that there is no right, that being here now and doing the best that you can in this moment is the way. And the truth is, what you choose in this moment might not be what you would choose, all the time. But it does set you up for the next moment. And all of these things that we do all day, every day, all of the small choices lead to big choices, lead to bigger opportunities. And that's when you get to grab for those things. And we never know what opportunities will fall in our lap. You can't plan for opportunity to fall in your lap, but you can be prepared for it. You can be ready for it. And so I think this is what my client is kind of allowing for when she says, my next level depends on how I complete now. Being ready for the next level also means being ready now. Getting stronger now. Being more willing now. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you, is this idea that leveling up is a future-oriented conversation, but it's also a right here, right now in this moment. How can you be here with us for you in the future? This was not advice. It was actually just a whole bunch of me thinking. And I hope you got something out of it. And I am creating more spots for clients. So if you want to be one of those humans, if you want to create your presence so that it sets you up for the future, if you want to have a better experience of being a badass, if you just are ready to transform how you live and how you relate to yourself, reach out to me. I'm ready for you. Have a great day. Take excellent care of yourself. Go be a rock star. This Is Not Advice is brought to you by me, Erin Conlon. If you are interested in learning more about my coaching practice or how we might be able to work together, please visit erinconlon.com. This podcast would not have happened without production support from Cedar Cathedral Narrative Studio.